Good afternoon. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. This is to replace a brief video I made yesterday near the mall. I reviewed it and decided that near the end, when there's a gap between stopping talking and the finish, it doesn't look good. So anyway, I've noticed that the Band-Aid is a little bit awkward and angled on my nose, but I'm going to continue. Anyway, the matter is about... I began yesterday by saying that the day before that some rumoring started about a momentary line of sight difficulty in a busy public store. You know, I started to look toward a pretty lady with a stroller and a little child, but her husband is right there, and it was going to look like I was going to be angled looking towards his pants, but I just look away. So anyway, I knew what kind of harassing was going to start, so it was a kind of an awkward moment. But really, like I said, even if somebody was forcing me to stare at a man, is that I still only like ladies in school, okay? I never thought of doing anything nastier than he meant. So anyway, I decided to introduce another matter report that I first sent to the Sheriff's Department back in July of 2006. You know, it might not seem appropriate, but it's another example of a continuing concern on behalf of ladies' safety. I continue to hear so much interference that is really opposite. And you know, it turned out to be after many years when I didn't know who they were, and I could never get any responses about anything. It turns out that they're mostly all associated with family that I'd never known before. That mostly out west, elsewhere. That I only met some cousins on one occasion when I was a kid. 11 years old in the summer of '67. Never got along with them, never knew them since. And others who allege being from the Mormon church, who insist that something was installed into my head back when I was a baby, and that my father, Albert Hardman, had taken me to Salt Lake City. And they like to insist that I was supposed to grow up to be a gay instead, like they are, but I'm insisting that no, I shouldn't, and I wouldn't have allowed him to do what he did. And I was a pallbearer in his funeral back in 1967, and everything since was a matter of him stalking, and it's an ongoing matter, and that they have attitudes against girls and ladies. So there is a difficulty, and one of the matters that I noticed back in July of 2006 was from a Playboy magazine. I had a subscription back then. I really like seeing the variously pretty fashion ladies, and always hope that they're safe. But like I had mentioned in a previous message, that there was some very bad indications about a gay Hand Wilson illustration on the other side of a page, and on the other side of a page of a photo. And there's a particular article named Rosebud by a lady named Heather Caldwell. Well, there's worries and dangers indicated in the article, and that's what this was about, the report that I sent to the Sheriff's Department. I'll be sending the beginning of it with this. And again, as always, really, no matter what the rumoring is, I'm always for the ladies and girls being safe. And there is adult subject matter in this, but I don't use any nasty words. Have a good afternoon.